commander. I have a little bit of an idea of how I would build this because I think that there's like maybe 2 directions that you can go with this commander. Uh, so it's Yurlok, you know, of Scorch Thrash. You want to read it, Derek?
Oh, a player losing unspent mana causes that player to lose that much life. Each player adds 3 mana. Well, yeah, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
So my 2 ideas for this deck is there's a fair build, and then there's like the everybody has a million mana like group hug type strategy, which my problem that I have with being a group hug strategy player is if it's not coupled with ways for you to immediately be the value player out of like being a group hug deck, then I don't like it. And like this is like an awkward commander for that kind of shenanigans.
Mm.
Like there are other commanders like let's I don't want to compare everything to fucking Kenrith and Golos, but like you compare something to Kenrith and Golos, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna be a group hug Kenrith deck and be able to pay all that mana to do stuff, and like I'm a 5 color deck, so I have plenty of payoffs. Like we're stuck in Jund colors here, so like there are plenty of like things to do with this. Like when I think of this commander, the fair build, aside from doing like the stacks and trying to burn them, is I think you could do like Jund big spell tribal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Like kind
also,
of like how people make Vile Smasher,
mhm.
where they're like exsanguinate for 30 because I have a Yurlok and a mana reflection, which makes Yurlok tap for 9, and I have 1,000 year elixir with a bunch of mana dorks, and I'm playing like Nyx Bloom Ancient, floating my creatures for 50, and like tapping a fucking exsanguinate for like 45, or like a torment, or like a Genesis wave, or like a red X spell. Like I don't know. Like we can look into that. I think I'd rather go in that direction just because I think that that's one that gets you less targeted. Because the thing about this kind of strategy is if you're going for the group hug strategy, you have to go for more things that punish them. So like this kind of deck would want to play mana barbs. It would want to play, like that hurt them for making mana or trying to abuse anything. Now there are combos with this commander, believe it or not.
Because I was thinking if there's any way that you could untap him and just kind of do an infinite tap untap and everybody
Oh,
gets.
there is. No, there is. It's we said mana reflection, right? So mana reflection. Uh
Well, no,
so
that's not
if
infinite because you have to find a way to untap him.
yeah. I'm getting to the untap,
Because
but
I guess I
it's how
guess.
every other commander untaps. But yeah,
Oh,
mana
so
reflection.
the
Umbral
staff, or
Umbral Mantle is the cheapest one.
oh, okay, right.
Yeah, Umbral Mantle is the one that you only pay 3. Yeah, so you pay 3 to untap. So it almost already goes infinite with it, and also there's the ley line, right? Ley line of what is it called?
It's one of the green ley
On the
lines.
yeah, is it abundance?
No, that's one that whenever you tap.
No, it
Oh
is.
no, it is
No,
okay. Right,
so
right, right. That's you can untap.
yeah, so it makes it tap for 1 extra, which is all you actually need to actually generate enough to keep doing it.
Yeah, because you still need the one to activate. Yeah.
Right. But this is like the money card here. Like this is gonna be ridiculously strong in there. I'm just thinking of like Jund big spells because it is actually a deck. Like there are Vile Smasher and like some people do Timna, but like you could do like some people do Ikra, like the
Mm.
for the Jund.
Now,
Uh
what if we did a semi flash theme with the deck? So we generate the mana at the end of right before our turn, so everybody gets the damage, but we still get to play our spells.
well, I like that a little bit. Like I think it's good to just play instances of flash in the deck because of like that mana that we're
Or
gonna make.
or you could also even just run them as just like like this color control where you just tap, make 3 mana, play
Yeah,
like
and then that's like a fucking shit holder it on turn 5 or something. Like that's what I mean. Like I think of big spells when I see this commander.
But imagine you just sit with like
Wait,
a
we
few
said
kill spells in your hand.
staff, staff mantle. Yeah, we said staff. The fun way to untap is Sky Seeker with with
Oh
Illusion
yeah, because you
Embracer.
get the copy and you get to untap both of them.
Yeah. Uh That stuff's good because I think I want to run a good amount of creatures because with like mana reflection in this and leyline, I think I could see like just a value deck here that
Yeah,
is like a big creature, like big payoff, like style of deck. Where because he's just a good mana ramper. Like 1 mana to make 3 on your turn
and
is
the thing
pretty
is,
fucking
and it
good.
is color dependent, so the amount of value that other people are going to get out of it isn't as high.
Yeah. Plus, remember, it deals damage to them if they're not having a payoff. Like if
Mm.
they're not like like Thrasios or something. Like I also want to play cards that like can pay off. Like I know one card that Drew plays is that enchantment that if it has like 100 counters, you win the game or something. Like we'll look for some other stuff that you can play. Like I think one of the like well, all right, let's get into it. So
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways we go with this deck because it's just like, okay, what do we do with extra mana? And there's literally the
three
world.
good buyback colors,
Helix
three good
Pinnacle.
buyback
I l-
buyback cards.
yeah,
Yeah, Helix Pinnacle. That's the one he's talking about. Yeah.
I love Helix Pinnacle. You just
So
kill.
the good buyback in this I didn't mean to cut you off, but the only really good one is reiterate,
And
and
we'd
that'd
had.
probably be really good in here if we're gonna like be big spells. But what were you were saying about Helix Pinnacle?
Oh, I was just saying that I love Helix Pinnacle as a card.
Oh yeah. Mhm. So
Um,
what are we naming this?
yo, Yurlok the Scorch Thrash. So if it's we're gonna call it Thrash Metal.
All right,
I could deal with that.
I'm down for it. So down. All right, let's get it done. So mana reflection is like #1 on my list. So that is he didn't really give us a budget. I mean he's not he usually just kind of buys whatever for the deck, so I don't think he's gonna really care how expensive we make it. Yeah, but the thing is if you committed to creatures, black and green have busted ass draw. Like it, the thing is I think if you stay away from like if you just play a green creature deck, that's good enough to have so much draw.
Hmm.
Like cards like Guardian Project, like we'll probably
So
just play that.
do we still want to run Umbral Mantle just for like the
Yes.
big?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, are we
I think
gonna do a creature based deck, or are we gonna do like an interaction-y spell based deck? Because
I
like we
I
could play Spell Slinger in these colors too, pretty effectively. It depends on which way we
I
go.
think I want to commit to creatures, but like have those big X spells just because. You know what I'm saying? Not like full blown spell slinger. Not
Yeah.
that. Not instants and sorceries matter. Like I just want to play Torment, Exsanguinate, Genesis Wave.
Oh,
Like
do you like
you
Horizon
know?
Stone in this kind of deck? Where like because we don't
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
because
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
not it only affects us.
Yes. Yes, that's really good. Wait, is Omnath only green or he takes any mana and makes it green?
No, it's green mana doesn't leave your mana pool.
Okay, so then we'll just play the Horizon Stone then. That's the that's good because you don't take damage
Yeah,
because of that.
because it doesn't. Yeah.
All right, so Horizon Stone seems fantastic, but we should. I bet like Vile Smasher wouldn't even be this bad in the deck, you know?
I guess
Like I guess hold on, we'll wait off on that. I want to
he
get the
wants to
card
roll Sensei's top.
Torment to Hellfire.
I mean, I guess if you're just running Sensei's top for just like value, but I don't know if unless there's like a big thing that go along with it.
Not
I
really.
don't think top swapping is like the best thing you do.
We used to be good with untapped commanders when Paradox
Well,
Engine
it's
was
not a
legal.
good mana dump because you only cycle the same top three. You do it one time, and then once it's set up, you're good. Like Genesis Wave is a nice man. Tom,
So I think
Do you want to run Nyx Bloom Ancient in this and make 9 mana off of him?
yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Wow, Zendikar Resurgence going up a bunch, isn't it?
Yeah, I just bought another one just to have it because I only owned one. Oh my god. The boy. Wait, I did not mean to do that.
You said Sunburn's Evocation. I love Sunburn's Evocation. I agree. That's a nice value card, especially if we're playing big spells.
Yeah, but how good is that compared to our green spells, honestly?
We just get more spells. They're free.
Yeah, I guess it's still good. And if you can get it down early, it's really good. I still think it's good. It's free spells are free spells.
Also, Also, walking
I like.
walking Ballista almost seems kind of good because you make the 3 mana and you only cost 1 more mana to give him a counter. And that's
Yeah.
something you could do end of turn to make mana and make people burn, and you could also then you could just actually keep buffing up a Ballista.
Does an exclamation make you nervous hurting yourself? Yeah, I guess that's the only downside. You just have to make sure you use your mana efficiently.
Yeah, don't.
Like you just have to be careful, honestly.
That is true. Yeah, we have to make sure. Maybe that's good. Like we should run like the X spells then, like having stuff like Walking Ballista and Hangerback as just like free creature dumps that have
Well,
value.
the Helix Pinnacle does not seem like the worst.
No, because you're like, I have nothing else to do. Let me just put any mana in the Helix Pinnacle. I love Helix Pinnacle.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like other. There's also like Staff seems good, just because that is a mana sink also.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now, if we do a heavy creature, so like how heavy creature based do you want to go? Because we could technically even run Rurik Thar. Because the way I'm thinking, if we make extra mana and we play Rurik Thar, which makes it so you take 6 damage playing a non-creature spell, that means we're giving mana at instant speed for our opponents. So if most things of that instance are going to be non-creature spells, so there's most likely going to end up hurting themselves with Rurik Thar, and he's also just a big creature. It just depends how heavy we go on that creature based side.
I mean, I like Paravek more than Rurik Thar.
Which one's that one?
That's the one that whenever any player casts a spell, you get to deal damage to any target equal to that spell's converted mana cost. It's
Well,
really gross.
yeah, true. I guess it's
I don't remember what his.
like Krevek the Merciless.
Oh yeah, that's him. That's him. Yeah. Krevit. How do you spell
It's
that?
Kaeer.
Yeah,
He's
there we go.
there. He is the bottom.
Yeah.
When our
He's
opponent
ridiculous.
casts a spell, he deals.
Oh, an opponent.
Oh, yeah, it's opponent, so it doesn't affect you.
Yeah, but
That seems really
you
good.
get to choose. Yeah, you get to choose though. It's really dumb.
Wow, that is really dumb.
Uh.
Yo,
Okay.
you want we also that's a funny one I didn't think of, the sleeper agent.
So I guess finale would be really good.
I yeah, I
Just X spells.
But yeah, the sleeper agent, because it's 3 mana to make him lose light to whoever he is on, whatever she's equipped it to. Like no, no, not that one. There is the sleeper agent
Yes,
there.
Nacho. Yeah. Because you could pay the 3.
So you make the 3, and then everybody could pay the 3 technically. I mean, sure they get the draw, but it also is going to end up doing like
What
4
about
damage.
Erebos?
Oh yeah, because to pay 2 life, draw a card,
Then they can't gain life.
which seems decent. So
Also, I think Violets is kind of cool in here, right? Because like you're probably gonna lose some life just like inadvertently,
and
and he does have the pay.
he is a big spell.
Yeah, I think he's good. We'll wait to see how good Vile Smasher seems.
Wow,
Oh yeah,
Archfiend of Despair is like $42.
Wound Reflection seems really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
we could also do
Archfiend.
the
Oh,
art.
that's the Wound Reflection, right?
Yeah, on the demon, and they makes them also can't gain life.
Yeah, we can throw that in there.
If we also running stuff like that, we could also, because of our commander hits the thing, we could do Blood Chief Ascension. Also kind of works with our commander. The thing is, Blood Chief Ascension.
I don't think I want to go towards that direction. Like I just want to keep to the creatures to keep the draw good in the deck. Like so that you can keep playing and use your mana effectively. So like I think I want to like play things like birds. I don't know what else we should do.
We probably should run Eternal Witness.
Yeah, Eternal.
I mean, Ewit seems real good.
And
If you
love
want to
it.
get
I love
really gross, we could play Seedborn Muse and just keep activating our commander every other turn.
Yeah. I
I
don't
know
see why
it's Seaborn Muse, but also look at the stuff we have in the deck already.
No, I think that I think I agree. So I think we should play the shit. What's the colorless one called that gives you flash?
Oh,
Wrath.
the Vidalcan Ori.
Oh, Helm of the Host.
Let's just make copies because they keep hitting each other. Yeah.
I think about okay. My thing about worst haul, is it gets you targeted. So I know that it works well with the commander, but you can use the commander as just I'm going to cast a Zendikar Resurgent on turn 4 instead of I'm going to make my opponent all tap their lands and take damage because they have to float mana, and like they're going to hate that more than me just gaining value.
Corrupted Observer looks nifty. But the thing
Uh,
is, it is main phase though, so I guess only if you think about it,
wait. What's the colorless thing that gives you flash?
it's the Vidalcan Orrery. It's like
No,
ORE. There it
yeah,
is.
a lot of money. Yeah,
Oh,
but I think it's worth it. Uh, because we don't have any other there's no other way to give things.
there is the thing that gives green creatures flash, and that's about it.
So you're not trying to play stuff that gets you targeted. Well, I mean, Seaboard Muse and Karavek, and there's some stuff, but not like things that hurt people out of the game that make them immediately target you. But like this is more like rolling value that's a lot harder to stop. Like me and Derek build our decks in a way that like it's kind of like just like a train, like it's just rolling value. Like interaction in the early turns and then just rolling value from there, like ramping and rolling value like
Yeah, I think
uh
the best example of that deck we did was the Turok deck, where it's like hard ramp early game, and every card after that is like, okay, this is a value engine or a bomb, and this is a value engine or a bomb, and this is a value engine or a bomb, or
and the cool thing is like Derek's been doing really well with that deck.
it hasn't
Uh
lost yet technically.
yeah. Uh and that deck was a budget deck.
Yeah, it still is. Shark Typhoon is the most expensive card in the
Did
deck.
you say Shivan Dragon? No, but we can play. Can't we play the one that gives us an extra combat? Isn't that like a mana ability? What is it called? Tyrant of something?
No, I think it's just no. It's it has dethrone when you attack someone with the highest.
No. There's one that you pay mana to do it.
Really?
Yeah, there's one that you like pay 7 mana. Is it Hellkite?
Oh, it's like I know. Oh, okay, it's one of the Hellkite. I don't think it's not Hellkite Charger, but it's like 3 red and like 3 green or something.
Yeah, it is
Oh,
Hellkite Charger.
never mind. Yeah, there it is. It is a Charger. No,
Yeah,
that's
it's you
right.
pay 7 if you do untap all attacker creatures you control, and after this, there's an additional combat phase.
It is only attacking, so you don't get to untap your
Derek,
commander.
Derek, but oh damn, you're right. But Morog says anything. And we could play like maybe some extra combat stuff if we're in. I still feel like this is good.
I mean,
Just because having a mana sink with extra combat, like I don't know. He seems
yeah.
kind of good. What about just like Grave Titan? Like just good creatures.
You
What do
know,
you think
we
about
make
that?
a lot of mana. Sevilla Ice Shaper seems nifty
Oh, I love that.
because our commander
I love that.
pays the 3 to make
That's
the
gross.
and the thing is we could also do that off our turn, so we could still burn with them, and then we eventually make enough mana to just activate him. And you know how that happens when you activate him. You know how he do.
So we're gonna play my favorite card, even though it's like $1 million now. Sorry.
Phyrexian Arena.
Yeah, it's $30. It's look,
Ooh. I like how
uh,
that card gets reprinted constantly, and then it's like, okay, well now it's going back up.
I might want to play Whip. I don't know. Lifelink might not be too bad, just because.
Oh, another cool X spell that I think we can finally actually try to run is Electro Dominance. Imagine like a burn spell mixed with a expertise card.
Does Basilisk Collar work with the commander?
No, because one, it's loss of life, not damage,
Yeah, it's loss of life. Yeah, if it said damage, it would be different.
and it's a global effect. It's not even saying Yurlok deals damage, so he would have to say he deals the damage because it's also even lost life. I'm just
This is
thinking of
this is kind of cool.
I'm just thinking of like fun. It's also an instant. That's the thing I think that really makes it better.
I think it's kind of cool. It seems kind of cool to me.
I'm just trying to think of good X spells.
Yeah, without blue, you kind of miss out on a lot.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean we could play. Uh, yo, depending what in Garuk's Wake is a big spell we could
oh,
run.
actually, I just thought of a better. Go ahead.
No. Oh my god, it's so much.
Uh,
We could run Vandal Blast too if we wanted to.
I think we have better interaction than. Actually, Vandal Blast is not bad. We'll worry about that after. I'm just thinking about what we're doing with the deck first, before we get to like generic stuff like that.
Yep.
I think I want to play more
Let's
of this.
let's run Banefire. Let's Banefire someone to death.
So, are we doing Umbral Mantle also?
We might as well. We'll have like a kind of the combo in there as a way to win.
Because that works with this
Tom,
and the next.
you know what Expel I forgot about? Demonic Revelation.
Yeah, I got Exquisite Blood.
Yes, yeah. Demonic Revelation, the search X cards.
My man,
You
I
rem-
like that
you
card.
you remember our old
It's
tech?
it's it's finally good here. No, 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 no. Wait, now we gotta read that card, whatever it is. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards, then discard 3 cards at random.
If it says random, it's bad. I don't like it.
Okay.
It's
Diabolic. It's
Yeah,
diabolic. I was
yeah.
like, it's not demonic because it's not coming up. All right, read this card. What do you think about this?
Search your library for up to X cards and put those cards in your hand, then shuffle your library. So 5 mana and X.
So might as well just play Runescar too, because that's a card. And I guess we could play Helm of the Host, because making 2 of him, or I feel like Helm of the Host seems kind of good, because there's probably going to be a lot of. When you make this much mana, like it's easy to abuse that. And now I'm thinking like Regal Behemoth might be good, just because he goes with the whole creature vibe. I kind of like Regal Behemoth.
Yeah, so we are going creature base. So
Uh,
Leyline Tyrant is that new dragon that makes it so red mana doesn't leave, right? I'm pretty sure it's Leyline Tyrant. I remember seeing some people playing that. I forgot what its other effects do. When it dies,
you may deal, yeah.
so if you want to just keep floating your own red mana, but it's only the red mana, so it's not as great. Man, if we,
But should we just play him and Omnath like just because? Or
I mean, I
I feel
guess.
like Horizon Stone. Like I wish we had another effect that just worked like
I mean,
that.
we do, but it's in blue. Crew
Yeah,
fix.
that's the problem. Curfix, yeah.
Would you want to run like creature ramp then, like stuff with like the elves, and we also get to play the druid that burns for damage if you want to, but he's 2-drop.
I think Sakura.
Sakura
the tribal?
Tri-Builder. Yeah, lands in play are never bad.
Oh, Omnath, like the jelly bean.
Well, the green Omnath.
If we're playing enough like ramp, maybe.
Well, remember like or mono green Omnath.
I'm just trying to think a good big spell.
I
I haven't played like.
I still like Walking Ballista as like
I don't know, man.
as a good mana
I feel
dump.
like Walking Ballista is a less good payoff than something like Hangerback Walker and Commander.
Well, I think it's just because the targeted removal that it has, while also
Right,
being a
but
mana dump. That's the thing. It's a mana
But
dump.
wouldn't I just rather play like a Hydra or something and just
But
play a big creature?
the thing is, like I said before, I like that it doesn't cost as much for you with your commander to get him up a counter every turn because we already make 3 mana with our commander. So it's basically we're tapping 2 lands and our commander to make Walking Ballista. Oh, I haven't seen that artwork for it.
You're saying because Walking Ballista has a pump.
Yeah, so it's also a mana dump in itself as well.
Okay, all right, I could see that then. All right, we'll
That's,
play it then.
That's the one thing with Hangerback and the Hydras is that once they're in play, and they don't really get to do much.
So I
with
know
them.
that this might sound stupid, but like Chromatic Orrery to be able to fix for activated abilities, like if we're gonna play anything like that, like because I think about like Violish just being able to get to activate on anything, but I don't know how relevant that's gonna be yet. All right, what did you say? It was the thing about Omnath is he's only taking green mana. So unless we want to play that and the Leyline Tyrant just to take like that, I don't know if it's worth it.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't like it just being one color.
We're gonna use a good amount. I think Shamanic Revelation is good for a deck that we're playing like a million, creatures. So that's really good, and that gains you a lot of life back.
Hey, if you want to, if we don't
Zendikar,
care about price, we could run Great Henge.
Yeah, let's do it.
That gains us life.
We can also play it really quickly.
That's also that version.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Exquisite Blood costs more. How much card draw are you going to use?
We're already playing a lot as is.
Wait, so do we?
Five, dude, we're playing so much already.
Yeah, did you
I
want to
already played a
run
shit ton.
because we're creature based? Did you want to run Beast Whisperer?
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Creature based creature that creatures when creatures creature the draw. What are words?
Okay, so
Yeah, see, I don't like some of these effects that are like, whenever a player taps a land for mana, they tap all their lands.
wait, if we have a chromatic Ori and we have an Omnath, how does that work?
What does the Ori say? The chromatic? Dark
Oh wait,
Depths.
wait,
The
wait.
only
Why
time
am I
someone
looking?
will actually pay the mana to get the creature. You know, it's not a terrible idea.
No, no, no.
You may
That's
spend mana though as many in any color. So yeah, with the floating mana, you can use it.
no, but what I'm saying is like, how does that work with Omnath?
What do you mean?
Like, would it all be considered green?
Yeah, it's still green. No. It says you may spend mana, so it goes in your mana pool as it's whatever color. But
Oh,
the
okay.
culling ritual, that's the thing that kills and gives mana, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not big into like ramp stuff like that in casual commander. Like I only like to see cards like that if like your deck is a dedicated combo deck. Like I don't even like Dark Ritual in most decks. I'm not a fan of it. I'm gonna be completely honest. Unless you're like a Spells Matter deck, like completely Spells Matter with like black. Like CD like you really only see cards like Culling Ritual and like CDH. Like just because they want to play like a Gitrog on turn 2 or something. I don't like non-reusable ramp. Like I'd rather just wait a turn and like play like an arcade signet or something. Like it's something that's gonna make more mana throughout the game. Like it's not if okay. If your commander wins you the game on the spot, like if we're talking about like a Chulane or a Tatiova or Golos or something like that, Kenrith, it's worth it to play cards like that because the second your commander comes into play, you're going to generate so much value that you wasting a resource to get your commander out earlier. And these are the decks that play Jeweled Lotus well, also. Yeah. We're going to play ramp spells. We're just working on what the deck is doing first.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to the ramp and interaction after and work that all in. We're just getting to what we'd like to play in the deck. We need more creatures. So, what about Morog? Extra combat boy. I think I like him. He's kind of like a win con.
Yeah, we could do that.
How do you spell him?
It's like
it's Torin Mauler, right? It's more.
I don't
No,
know. It's oh god damn it, my allergies.
might as well shove Dockside in then. You know, we could play Teamer Sabretooth and Dockside, and then.
No.
Okay, Drew, hold on. Just to explain this. So, if we had Dockside and Teamer Sabretooth, that's an infinite combo. And also with Vidalcan Array and Seaborn Muse and Eternal Witness with Teamer Sabretooth, you can infinitely cast interaction also.
But
I don't know if I want to play that.
It's Moraug.
Moraug. Okay. What about like Noxious Gear Hulk or things like that to gain life back? Like just a kill spell or, I'm just trying to think of big cards that I play. Like Harvester of Souls? Are we going to kill enough creatures? I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other big things. He's saying Dockside. I mean, we could play Dockside. My issue with Dockside is if you're not abusing the card, then I'd rather just play like a Mana Rock. Because people get mad about it.
We have Torment to Hellfire in there, right?
We could play Teamer Sabretooth.
Is a mana charge dragon, give the table mana and things to sink into.
Yeah, we play Torment. Yeah, we have Torment, and I put Exsanguinate also, just to have both. I don't know how good Wind Reflection's going to be. Because at least the demon, also is just a creature towards the strategy, but I don't know how good it's going to be. I'm trying to think of some other big green red. I'm trying to think of dragons that are just good on their own. Do we just want to play some good top end stuff?
I guess, yeah. Or like, do you want to I'm looking at some of the hydras right now. Brood Mother makes a whole bunch of tokens. Hooded Hydra dies and makes a bunch of snakes.
We want to make tokens. We could just play Avenger.
Well, it's more so just like no,
Avenger
we
kind of
play Gigantomancer. Target creature you control becomes 7/7 to the end of the turn. It's an 8-drop 1/1. But he said Mana Charge Dragon is a.
I don't know what that is. What is this?
That's
So weird.
yeah, it's one of those Join Force cards.
Yeah, Feral Hydra. Yeah, I know that one. That's just the 1 and X, right? Yeah.
And you put 3, put a counter on it. Any player may activate this ability. The only reason I don't like that is because instead of doing damage to their commander, people will just pay to put the counters on it. And honestly, having one big creature with no trample isn't now that scary.
Yeah.
Like, how many times has someone's like, okay, I'm going to.
Isn't that the problem with Sancha then?
Well, no, it's her. Yeah, but the thing is, you get value. You at least get card draw and value out of it, and it kills the person that it's on quicker. But it's still Zancha. Yeah, I actually kind of like Zancha less because I'm trying to go away from things that help our opponents out.
Should we just play like what is it? Sylvan Caryatid, right?
Carrot tits.
Yeah, Caryatids.
Commune with lava. That's another one of my favorite ones.
And then what's the illusion? Right? What's the illusion?
Bracers,
No, no,
illusionist
no.
bracers.
No, the one that is it Caryatid? The one that's like it taps for 2 if you have a creature with power 4 or greater.
Oh, it's Elysium. Carry added.
I don't know.
It's like
oh,
ILL.
yeah, there we go. That's a good one. And then
But what about Commune with Lava is like another dump spell for an X spell. I guess you just want carefully don't go too hard into it because you don't want to. But it's like a pseudo draw turn, add stuff to your hand. It's not as great as other things can be, but
yeah, I don't know about that. I think I want to get more creatures in. Should we play like some more ramp creatures or?
and we could also run a Genesis Hydra. I think I do like. No, I think I'd rather just play like the hard ramp. I know we like mana creatures, but I just always hate that situation where if they die somehow, and it puts you back a lot than just having Lance in play.
So let's.
Farseek, because we're 3 colors. 3 visits is like getting up there in price just because of how much it gets played. It's like every green deck. And what's the other one? It was Nature's Lore.
No, not.
Nature's Kiss.
Ooh, the cool one.
I don't like that one. Also, this reading like random X spells. I liked Killing Wave for like a different kind of deck. I ran that in the mono black hate enchantments with Erebos because I would just cast Killing Wave with no creatures in play. Technically, Clan Defiance, I don't like it enough. Erebos' intervention is okay. Reap the Past and Wild Streams put stuff back into your hand. But
I'm trying to think of like really good creatures. Like, do we just run a hoof or like Maid's End Forerunners or something like that? Like, should we run Avenger? Like, Avenger just wins on its own.
Yeah, maybe we should still just run Avenger and Hoof if we're just gonna have like if this is gonna be like straight power deck.
I mean, tooth and nail, like
Yeah.
you know. Tooth and nail. It's a 1-card win con. And that's probably really easy to make with your commander.
What are just some Jund staples that we could run? Do you want to run Harrow or a Kodama's Reach or anything?
I could see you play this. It's still like a creature deck. It's just green. I mean, it's green. Yes, you play green.
So Tom, let's play Rhythm of the Wild.
I'm down.
Creatures have can't be countered, and that gives them haste or riot. I do like that, like because it helps protect us from blue.
I mean, there's also Prowling Serpapapa.
Prowling Serpapod.
Yeah, but look, Exsanguinate, Torment, and also in one swing because there's Craterhoof and Avenger, so you don't need to do it ever more than once.
Yeah, you just kind of wait for the opportune moment.
Yeah, Genesis Wave, like you'll accrue so much value that the game will just end on its own. Like there's a Torment in there.
Do you want to run like stuff like Plaguecrafter, like the black ETB sack creatures as a kind of removal too, while also being,
So then play Shaholdred, you're saying?
I guess we could, yeah. That's a big creature, and that's a good creature.
Dustwatch Recruiter. So you're saying you want to play like Plaguecrafter?
No, I was saying, what about like stuff like that? It's just like our commander pays for it right there, like the 3-drop ones. Like I still think those are just good, like removal, and we're also because we're playing creatures, we get plus off of it. I think it's Demon's Disciple. Yeah, there you be.
So then I need
Flesh
my
bag.
Palace Siege.
Also, yeah, look how many creatures we have. I like
Phyrexian. Also, Phyrexian Reclamation is kind of like a mana sink. Uh, you said Fleshbag?
Yeah, that's another one like of the ETB kill stuff. Because like you said, these are like the low end control and or ramp stuff until we get to like where we get to put a lot of mana into big stuff.
What about like Marin or like
Oh, the thing is, Marin's only. I think Marin wants to be more of a more of a hardcore sack package, not just like.
what about Noxious Gearhulk?
I like Yurlok. I like just again the targeted removal on creatures. There's
Also gaining the life.
He says Belbay maybe. Also, it says any board wipes besides Torment.
Yeah, probably in Garruk's Wake. And maybe Blasphemous Act.
Oh, that was the thing I was talking about before. The reason I don't like that because it gives them mana that's colorless on their main phase.
Yeah, they can control when they get the mana. I'm not a huge fan of that. I think then
Or you just want to go straight Damnation.
Garruk's Wake.
No, I like Garruk's Wake because with our commander.
Toxic Deluge is gross with Violets.
Yeah.
Just throw that in there as a maybe.
The only reason I don't want to go too heavy, I think maybe Toxic Deluge would be the better out of all of them, just because we are Creature Matters deck, so we could play around it a bit better, because we could keep the creatures we want alive. Strafe SSP says this looks awfully toxic. Oh, 100%. Guess it. Toxic Deluge. Toxic douche.
Hi, Jake.
You talking to my man? Dad jokes confirmed.
So obviously, we got to get this Soul Ring.
Power Surge.
Arcane Signet.
I got Power Surge for you right here. Sorry, I hurt.
Arcane Signet. Thought Vessel.
I like how those are now just like the easy go-to. Remember when it was actually kind of hard to get an arcane signet and a thought
Mhm.
vessel because it came in one commander deck?
Yeah. Do we want to play like reiterate? I don't know.
That's a,
Because
here's the
it
thing
also
about
targets their stuff.
here's the awkward thing about like copy spells like that in a deck like this is that like we're not comboing off making a ton of mana. We just have like 3 extra mana. So if we want to use this and buy back, we need 6 mana plus the mana we put into the X spell or the normal casting cost.
Dakar, Mana Reflections, Mixed Bloom Ancient,
With Nyx Bloom Ancient, it's
Redeem.
nice.
Plus, it's also like a mana sink in itself. We can go like 3 visits and copy it 5 times.
Remember when it was 20? He says, yeah.
I think reiterate is
You
fine
know,
because it
it's
also
funny,
targets their stuff.
reiterate. If you have enough mana generation, you can infinitely cast 3 Visits or Nature's Lore.
Also, Derek, a Torment to Hailfire for 10,
Well,
like
that
and
that
copied is just a million times better. Like with a
mhm.
reiterate than
But yeah, so say we have a thing that like a single land, like we have like say we have all of our mana doublers, and each
we're
land
gonna
taps
have
for
to play
6 mana.
fetches.
So
We're gonna
get this.
probably play fetches.
So yeah, Tom, check this out. So you're like you make 6 mana per land. Let's just say hypothetically, and you go, okay, I cast 3 wishes. I pay 1 land to make 3 red to cast it, and the cast it and buy it back to copy 3 wishes. Okay, 3 wishes is gonna get me a something red, like a green red land. It's like cool. That enters into play. We bought it back. We're gonna tap it for 3. We're gonna tap it for 6 again to copy the original Nature's Lore or 3 wishes again. And until we run out of like red sources, we can keep doing that.
Hmm.
I like 1,000 Year Elixir.
I wish it just gave haste though. You know.
Yeah, I think that's kind of why they worded it that way, because they didn't want it to be haste. They just wanted abilities. But yeah, he's like SSB says, remember when it was $20? I think for like Arcane Signet or the other one or Thought Vessel. Thought
Reiterate.
Vessel, no, Thought Vessel. I think
Yeah.
Thought Vessel was
Yeah,
the big
but
one.
all these cards have been. This just got reprinted
Yeah,
some
Reiterate
time
was going
ago.
up there too, because I was looking at like said making a Malik copy deck,
Mhm.
and Reiterate was on that list. Because once you have the turnabout, if you can make enough mana with and copy with Reiterate, you can make infinite mana, and then there you're good. Usually you're
Do
good
we
to
want
go
to
after
play
the point.
Journey to Eternity?
Wait, what'd you say?
Journey to Eternity, you think?
Journey to Eternity.
Or am I thinking of the right card?
No, I think Journey to Eternity is the blue spell.
No.
Oh no, never mind. I was thinking of a different thing. Well, no, Enter the Infinite. That's what I was thinking of. Never mind. We could do that. Oh, Tom, you're forgetting about Bala Get Recovery. How dare
Oh
you?
my god, my fucking.
You are a scrub. How was that not the first thing we put in? We could also run the red spell, the Zen, uh MDFC.
Shatter Skull Smashing?
Yeah, just because it's a way to cycle cards out of our hand if we don't like what we have, or it's just a land.
Agreed.
Like I said, there's no reason not just play lands.
Agadeem's Awakening.
That's an X spell too.
Just trying to think of other good big creatures. Do we just
Um,
want to run like Grave Titan or something? Like just
I guess
have
Grave Titan
something.
we could, yeah.
I'm just trying to think of some other good things that you could play early with this commander.
I mean, we could play Son of
Wait till
Yawgmoth.
we get the lands in, by the way, and it's gonna be like a $50,000 deck.
Yeah, says Valakut in there. It depends how many mountains we run.
Yeah, I don't know how viable that's gonna be. And if we're not playing like a Dryad or like a Prismatic Omens, then a 3-color deck with Valakut is not working for me.
Yeah, even is it Valakut Awakening? Wait, then we just put that in there.
Oh, as the MDF that one. Oh, yes,
Yeah, that was the one I
sorry.
was talking about. Yeah, Valakut Awakening.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's fine. I thought you meant like the land. Yeah, no, I like Valakut Awakening. That's cool. I like that. Oh, and I don't know how many MDFCs I want to play though. I could probably just cut because there's also the kill spell that I like.
Hmm. I don't like that. I don't like that. You want to run the God Xenaghost just because creatures? I know it doesn't seem good just to throw him in there though. I don't think he does enough on his own.
I mean, I'm trying to think of other big annoying creatures. A Tolly. I love a Tolly. Would you? A Tolly's
Thank you.
great, and it's
All right.
73 cents.
Yeah, well, he's got a bazillion printings and just came in. It's like
Oh, Kodama.
the
Which one?
4 mana
Up the,
Rakdos, and he says,
up
"Oh,
the East Tree.
that does put a lot of stuff in, and we have a lot of creatures that would come in for free." And we could also run Deathrite. Deathrite wouldn't be the worst.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna play fetches, maybe sure, but because I mean, we do have Morog and Avenger. But if we play fetches, we could even play Omnath maybe. We also just play a lot of ramp.
Yeah, there's the yeah. Uh, bu- 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 bu-
Should I put in Harrow also? You think?
I mean, I like Harrow. It's still ramps, even though you sack
We
a
also
land.
have a lot of high costed things, so
We could
should
play
we play like?
Saval.
Should we play Solemn? Oh, Sylvala's good.
That's also a
I
good
like that.
creature ramp. I didn't. I mean, Bloom Tender I think might be even better, but
No, Heart of the Wilds is better than. But Bloom Tender's not bad. Also,
I mean, it still makes 3.
I like Bloom Tender.
Man,
Uh,
this would be a perfect deck for Zakama if it was white instead of black.
I know, but Sakama would be playing Teamer Sabers, and honestly, like because of the colors, like if you wanted to just go degenerate, you could just slam in the Kiki and like you
Oh,
know,
the Zealous Conscript combo.
yeah, or like Teamer Sabertooth and Dockside Extortionist. That's another combo. Uh,
Oh
a
man,
lot.
Neheb also kind of seems good in this too. If we could figure a way to use that mana, because at the beginning of, oh no, it's at the beginning of your post-combat main phase. Add red to your mana pool for each one life your opponents have lost this turn. So that could be potentially 9 red mana just by activating our commander after combat. But then
Yeah.
then we have to
Which
do
one is it?
something.
Eternal or the Dread
The Eternal. The thing is, we have to
one?
figure out what to do with that mana, or it doesn't do anything, and it actually hurts us.
Yeah,
That
that one is a little
that's the
scary.
tricky one. We gotta kind of figure out. You may cast. You may tempt.
I'm gonna start getting some of the people into the deck. Assassin's
Whew.
Trophy, Trophy, Beast Within. Kodama's Re. No, it's what's the kill something with
With what?
split second. Crows Grip.
Crows and Grip. The Witherbloom Elder Dragon. That's not terrible. Oh, you know what? Happened to me yesterday, Tom.
What?
So I think it was Adam, I believe. He goes. He has Cabal Coffers, Urborg in play. He plays Witherbloom Dragon, right? And he has a Sack Outlet and an Aetherflux Reservoir. And he played a bunch of spells, and then he goes, "Cool, sack it, make 2 mana, Phyrexian Reclamation it back to my hand, replay it, gain 12 life, pay 10 life, untap all my lands, including my Cabal Coffers, tap it all for mana, sack Wither Dragon, 2 mana, put it back into my hand, replay it, gain 13, and then he just infinitely did that to kill everybody at the table with Reservoir."
You.
Yeah, that untapping land is real powerful at times. Huh.
trying to think of what other interaction we could play. Bedevil?
Oh, I love Bedevil.
Maybe just like
There's also Dreadbore and Terminate, if we want to run those.
oh my god, this deck can play almost all the metal cards.
Uh,
That's fantastic.
yeah, if we don't get the white one for the exile one.
I feel like the Witherbloom Dragon isn't that bad.
We don't have a way to gain a ton of life, but even just activating.
Other than this, and Exsanguinate, and that's it, really.
And usually, I think those are going to end up like just winning the game. Wait, does Diabolic Revelation? No, okay, the card. Sorry, the artwork for the card under Diabolic Revelations, which is Dreadbore. Yeah, it was. It looked like it was like a part of the artwork. I'm like, wait a minute, why does that look so crazy? I don't remember
Okay,
what
so
the wither.
we
I
gotta
think it's
start
just.
getting lands.
Okay. Yeah.
So hold on, just
I mean, obviously, Command Tower.
getting these in first.
So let's see. We already have the the
So stomping
D&D
grounds.
lands in there.
Stomping grounds.
Overgrown Tomb, Blood Crypt. You know, I actually I haven't really built too many like black red or decks, so having to think of black red stuff is nifty. Kessick Wolfrun. That's not a bad. Wow, I just voice just cracked. Kessick Wolfrun wouldn't be a terrible thing to as a mana sink either, because it and we could also just like potentially do damage with that. Do we got Blood Crypt?
Oh, do we
Yes.
want to play like Garuksa? No. Giving things trample, maybe. I don't know. The thing is there's so much you can play in this deck. It just kind of ended up being like 3-color good stuff. I still consider this big spells. Like this is kind of like my mono black deck, but what it would be in Jund.
Yeah, good spells, good creatures are still good creatures, good stuff. It's a it's a pricey boy.
So what are the let's get into the Battle Bond lands. What are those?
Spire Garden. I had them already pulled up.
That's an expensive one, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's not too
Keep
bad.
going.
Undergrowth Stadium.
That one's a cheap one.
Luxury Suite is the expensive one. But I still just love the fact that it's a Rakdos land that's not like Blood Crypt or Skull Mountain, like Smoldering Marsh.
Yeah, but if you look at the
suite.
art, this luxury suite doesn't look so luxury.
Yeah, I do actually think I like the original artwork a little bit more. Like, look at the original on it. If you like really look at it, it's just like look at that nice area you could just hang out there at the top with the windows open.
It's nice.
The other one kind of almost reminds me of like a Phyrexian like luxury suite. I'm like, oh.
What are the filters?
I want you filter yourself, Tom.
Wait. Speaking of that,
would you rather
what's the name of the storage land? Doesn't that just do X and you can put stuff into it, right?
No, I think it's only one. I think you with the storage lands, it's only I think.
I gotta look.
I'm gonna look as well. Well, I mean, when I typed storage, I originally put
It only does one.
Yep.
You know, it's a weird one. I mean, Blast Zone, but I mean that's not like a good one, Derek. But you want to know what's funny about that? Is you could just keep putting counters on it, right?
Yeah.
I know that this is a weird one, but if you think about it, like let's say this is out in play and like you have a bunch of counters and you don't want to take life, like you're not going to use the Blast Zone to kill anything, but like it is just a mana sink. You know? What do you think about that?
I mean, I actually, and also it could just come in handy where it's like, okay, we're gonna actually use this.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of cute because it's got like a mana sink to it. All right, so what are the filters?
Would you want to do filters? Or do you want to do pain lands first?
Either one doesn't matter. Play 'em both.
Do you want to run temples or no?
I don't know. No, probably not. Probably just gonna run fetches.
All right,
What uh what are the
the
filters you're
filters.
looking?
I
It's
had them set up differently. Uh, Wait, what are the filters for this one? I know we have.
well, like we already explained our thing about the charge counters is like
I know it's like
they're not so good. Oh wait, should we play that guy that untaps 2 creatures?
I know it's Gravid Karen's is the one filter, by the way. No, never mind. I'm thinking of different.
No, Graven Cairns
Oh,
is
it is
correct.
okay.
Yeah. And then
Then it's Fireleaf Thicket and Twilight Mire. Firelit Thicket, sorry. And then yeah, and Twilight Mire.
okay. And then the pains.
You're a pain in the ass. What, a Llanowar
Is it
Waste?
a Shriven? No,
No, that's
Llanowar.
blue. That's a blue green. I mean blue red. But it's Llanowar Waste. Um, Crap. What's the black red one? Because it's Carpulsian Forest is the
Sulfurious?
Sulphurous Spring. That's what it is. Yeah, these are the expensive ones.
Yeah. I don't think he cares though. And what was the other one?
Yeah,
Carplusion.
it's like Carplusian or whatever it is. Carplusian
Yeah.
Forest. Yeah, there it be. That one's not so bad. And then it's if you want to do Temple, it's Abandonment.
I think I'm just gonna play fetches because I
All
know
right.
he would play them.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Wooded Foothills.
Now, how many fetches do we want to run?
I'm probably gonna do like the on color ones,
Bloodstained Mire.
uh, and then maybe like we could debate afterwards, depending on how many targets we play. And then what else is the last one? It's Overgrown.
We did Wooded Foothills, Bloodstained Mire.
Is it Overgrown?
No, it's
No,
Verdant
that's the shock.
Catacombs.
Verdant Catacombs.
That's the expensive one.
Yeah, it's getting reprinted.
I like
though.
it's because it's that version. Yeah. Hopefully, it brings the price down a little bit. But the moment when everyone knows I spend too much on Magic, when it's like, hey, we're gonna build $1,000 deck and Drew will build it.
Some people will. Well, that's the thing is he already has a lot of these cards, so it's not a problem.
What other lands we want to run?
Do we want to run some of the cycles, or is there a triumph for this? Jund?
I don't think there was. All we have is Savage Lands. No, we didn't have a triumph for this color because those
What
those
about?
colors.
There's like bicycles and stuff, right? There's like Cinderglade, right? Cinderglade.
Oh yeah, it's if you control 2 or more basics. But do we have enough
Yeah.
basics? Because we're a lot of lands. We don't have a ton of basics.
No. We're gonna put basics in because we need them for the ramp that we're playing.
Okay.
I don't like pathways in 3-color decks.
Also, we could fetch them too. That's the thing. So Smoldering Marsh.
That's why I want the
And I think that's the only bicycle lands we got in these colors. We didn't get a we didn't get a black green one. I don't think.
But there's the. Well, no, those aren't bicycle. Those are the Tango lands.
Tangos.
The
That's
bicycle are the cycling lands.
Oh yeah. He said Battle Bond lands. We already got those in there.
Yeah, we got them all. Yeah, we got them all.
So yeah, because we did the luxury suite, Spire Garden.
And then we got to get the basic count up. So we're at 23 lands and a lot of MDFCs. We'll do the count in a second. Is there any more utility lands we want to play? Probably not.
I mean, Reliquary Tower. Are we gonna draw that much?
Well, yeah.
Oh, Tom. Emergence Zone. 1 mana tap sacrifice. Oh, actually, no, you have to sacrifice it. I don't like it. Never mind.
Yeah, no,
We can also run Grim backwards as the sack a creature, draw a card. I don't know how important that is. If we want to use that.
probably
Uh,
not. Oh, we could have played like some of the primordial too, but
All right,
I
so
think it's fine.
here's what we do. Like you said, we play in this deck because of how much mana we can make. We play
My season's past.
Dark Depth. We play Dark Depths and we just pay for it. We'll get there.
Oh, playing Dark Depths, but
We're
we can play
play-
Urborg. Yeah, we can play Urborg though. Okay, and I think the rest needs to be basics because we're playing all the land tutors.
Mhm.
So now, okay, we're playing a lot of MDFCs. I might even end up cutting the Tangled, but I just like it as a creature option. We're playing 1, 2, 3, 4,
5 of them.
5.
So we're up to 30 lands in
I don't like
total.
Oh yeah, that's too much. I'm gonna cut this one,
Yeah. All right.
and then no, those are good. I think this is good also.
Well, to be fair, remember a lot of our ramp could get dual lands. Almost all of it can, honestly. Rampant Growth, I think, is the only one that can't get because that's just a forest card, so that's any of the dual lands. And we have a lot of targets. Same thing with Nature's Lore. So it's Kodama's Reach, Cultivate, Steve,
Rampant growth.
and Rampant Growth are the things that don't get are the only things that get basics.
Okay, so that's not so bad.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Yeah, I completely forgot that. Like the reason why those cards are so good is they get dual lands. Why are
Do
you
we want
playing?
to play?
Why are you playing Urborg? Just because it's mana fixing.
Yeah, we just if okay. So here's the thing about Urborg is like if you have it available for any black deck you play, just play it because it's just like Derek said. It's a card that you play and like it could be in the in the bane of a swamp. Like it's not fetchable, but like you could see that's not too relevant because like we have plenty of forest targets. But like it's just color fixing is all it is.
What also happens is you go Urborg. Now anytime you fetch, you get a red-green land, and now all your lands are tricolored.
Exactly.
And now you're perfectly
Maybe
mana fixed.
this is just too cute, and we have to
Yeah.
play more basics.
Okay. I think we need. I
Uh,
do think we need more basics.
I think I still like Urborg is good, but
Honestly,
I think
I've learned to like in 3 colors and stuff that the filter lands get kind of awkward because if you want like they're usually you can't leave them open as effectively because you need a mana to pump into them first.
see.
It gets
I play them in 3 color decks also, and I've never had an issue. Like it's usually you use them for your turn, or
uh-huh.
like they could be colorless. It really depends on the way that your deck plays out, honestly, because if you're doing a lot of playing on your turn, then it doesn't really matter. But like if you're leaving up interaction, you care a little bit more. Which this deck I don't think really cares about that. Like also a filter land can just turn into Jund. Like,
that's also true. I forgot. Yeah,
like,
our commander.
like there's a lot of creature fixing. Like we're gonna get basics. Like
He says
I think
opinion. He says opinion on Fierce Empath.
Fierce Empath.
That's the thing that searches.
Well, I mean, it seems okay, but like you're a black deck, so it could just be like a tutor. Like I'd probably rather it just be Diabolic Tutor, or like Runescar Demon is just better to me.
Or the sack dude, because we get
Like you're playing black, so like you have a million. Yeah, Razaketh. You have like a million.
Well, no, I was gonna
better.
say the self-sacrifice.
The finale is better to me. Like
Tom, you know
finale's also a
Tom, you know what's also really gross about like blue-green decks? Sorry, a little Simic rant here. Is that with solve the equation, you no longer have to like, okay, I'm going to put it to the top of my deck and then have to draw a card. I'm just going to put it directly into my hand. So like you could play like blue-green shenanigans and like, okay, I'm going to solve the equation and get my like my Finale Devastation into my hand. It's not on the top of my deck, and I don't have to play another card to draw a card. I don't have
That's
to worry
gross.
about it. 'Cause that's like solve the equation. I'm realizing like, okay, I'm gonna solve the equation in blue green and get tooth and nail. It's in my
Yeah.
hand. It's in my hand. It's not on top of my deck. You don't have a chance for me to like draw and do shenanigans. And not a lot of people run hate cards out of the hand unless they're wheels.
Yeah, it's very true.
Like the more I play with solve the equation, the more I realize how bonkers that is in like any deck that wins with like a powerful spell. Because
All
imagine
right,
we
so
could
we
play
gotta
that.
fit these bases in. Uh, so
I see red is more of I think. Actually, no. I think black is the more of I don't know. It looks like mostly green.
yeah, it is a majority green, and then probably close to red and black.
I do think there's more double black symbols than there are double red symbols. I don't know. There's a lot of double red symbols too.
I think we just make red and black the same and make the forest the highest one.
Hmm.
So if we have 4 MDFCs, do we really need this card, or should we just play a basic?
How many basics are we gonna have to add?
Well, okay, so we'll be at 28 with the amount of MDFCs. So we have Shatter Skull, the these two, and then Valcut. That's 4. So it'd be at 28. So to get to 36, we'd need 8. We'd only have 8 basics. Is that good? You think?
I think that'll be fine. Uh,
Okay. So then we would do 4
for
forests, 2 mountains, 2 swamps.
yeah, because like I said, most of our like fetches could get dual. Because we have the good duels that are
Well, they
searchable.
can only get green though, is the thing.
But then the thing is, a
Which
lot of
is
our duels are forests. Like anything that has like that, we have the two tangos.
wait, did I count wrong? Did I count wrong? 29.
30, 31, maybe. Sorry, I wasn't keeping track.
So we should be at 32, right? Should we go to 6 of this, you think? Or should we do like 3 and 3? 5, 3 and 3 sounds good.
So yeah, oh yeah, I guess yeah. I
So then 32. No. 32 plus 4 is, yeah, 36, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's that, and we're 100 at 112.
All right, so time to make cuts.
Okay.
I like wound reflection less now. How many creatures we are? I like mana
Yeah.
reflections, but
I agree. Like you mean the Archfiend?
yeah, I'd rather the archfiend because I like the creature theme.
I
So
agree. And this 10 million times more busted, so
yeah,
that's just better to keep because this is also like lifelink plus everything else. Like I think it's good.
is Rhythm
Um,
of the Wild just kind of cute? I don't know how important it
yeah,
is.
I think it's kind of cute. Is this too cute? Also, you think? Or do you feel like this is good
I s-
because especially because we have if we're gonna keep Seaborn Muse in?
no, I think that's really good. It also with our commander, just because it.
And this might be one too many board
I
wipes.
think so too.
I
Because
also think I also think that this is too cute.
yeah, we can get rid of that. That's the one
Yeah,
was like that's cute, but whatever.
Mhm.
To be fair, I also cut it from like lists that I ran it into
I think these two are fine. Uh,
in the in Grook's wake.
so
I like our ramp.
this might be just kind of like I don't know,
Yeah, I
untapping your.
think as well. The thing is, if we have our commander in play, it just lets us generate a lot of mana to play something and basically potentially burn for like everybody takes 6.
But remember, we're paying 1 per activation. It's not like it's free.
Well, yeah,
Is
yeah,
the
I
thing.
know, but I'm also saying it's because the thing is, the enemy, our opponents still make 6 mana out of him activating it twice. So even if we get less out of it,
You think we should play like a creature version of this then?
yeah, there's the was it the stuff that what's it face runs the Simic dude, the birthing pod creature.
I think pod creature.
It was a slime.
Fiend artisan.
Prime speaker. What was the creatures that she runs that untap stuff?
Oh well, there's ones that have like tap abilities or
Oh,
uh,
or how about Great Oak Guardian's a big creature that untaps everything.
yeah, but I mean we can't really abuse that because we have no way to bounce them.
I guess these are ETB. They're ETB
If we
untapped.
had like Parametra's Acolyte and like, we can make a lot of mana. Like we have the Bloom Tender and like the Sylvala, but
Oh, a Seeker of Skybreak is untapped target creature. It's a 2-drop creature, 2/1.
I don't know, man. I don't know how important that's gonna be.
Yeah, the only other thing that would do is less tap our creatures, but like, how many of them have tap abilities?
Not a lot.
We have like like 2 mana dorks.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 creatures. That's why I'm saying like I'd rather it be a creature or just get out.
Yeah,
Like this
it's
is a
and I
combo.
guess Finale Devastation is just our
Yeah.
insta win.
Yeah, and Genesis Wave, like things like that. Like the X spells just seem really good, and I think that this is really good too. Uh,
Dude, then I don't know. How do we feel about Helm of the Host? Is it just too long to get set up to just?
mm,
I don't know. It is good though because multiple commanders, but
I don't know.
also I'm also think I'm care less about Morog. The double attack is cool, but only after we have like a big board. So like unless we get a board, he's just kind of not doing so much.
Yeah, I mean, but Avenger though.
Yeah, when we get there, it's really nice.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing is like we're
Actually,
gonna be able to make like
I don't
late
like
mana.
Hellkite Charger. I think he's like too much of a mana sink just to attack attacking creatures, not all your creatures. At least Morog is like every creature gets a bonus from attacks, and you don't have to spend
And
mana for it.
also it untaps like all the tap creatures too.
Hmm.
It's not just creatures that attacked.
Yeah,
Everything. I had an incident with Paco Haldan while I had Sylvala out, and I was just generating mana of Sylvala constantly.
yeah, true.
Kind of gross. Plus, like with the fetches, he's really good. Even though
Yeah,
we're just playing the three
even just
creatures.
playing one land is still really good with him because it's like cool. I get to untap everything and do my stuff.
And like we have these. Like yeah. Yeah, honestly, even just getting the effect once per turn. But like we have ways to recur things plus like these,
Or
so
yeah, or if we just have a ramp spell, so we play a ramp spell. Cool, we have 2 turns in the bank.
do we want like a way to play fetches from our I don't know. We only play in 3 fetches.
No, I don't think it's as important.
I think yeah. I still think this is good. Uh
Well, how many ramp spells are we running? Because we're running like all of them. It seems like, we're not running too much. You don't think?
we could maybe cut Harrow.
Because we also have like a bunch of the mana rocks too that go with it,
Cut Harrow.
and our commander is a turn 4 ramp spell, and we have mana doublers. Because thing is, we're
We
also
think
playing.
we
No, I like Signet. It's 3 colors. But we got because we also running the Great Henge, which also becomes a ramp source too, and we're running 3 mana doublers and a mana tripler.
leave illusion carry added.
Because we also have blue tender and birds. Like, so this is like a really high ramp count for us. How many more cuts do we have to make?
5.
Ugh.
I think the carry added.
You want to cut both carry addeds? Or you select the one that makes 2? It's true, because
This
with
one.
our commander it makes 2, because our commander's a 4
Yeah,
drop.
I like it. Yeah.
Uh, I like Siege. I like Reclamation, because that just makes... Our creatures are annoying. Our creatures are creatures that have to be
It's
dealt with.
like the best mana sync we have.
Yeah, no, that stays. Because look at our creature base. Our creature base is...
Wait, did Erebos not make it into the deck?
Did he not?
He seemed good, right?
Yeah, he did. Oh, well, now we have to cut another one.
I thought I put him in.
All right. I love Sunburn's Evocation, but maybe it doesn't commit to the board too much right off the bat. Maybe it's not a Sunbirds deck. But if it does
Yeah,
come into
I
play,
think that Sunbirds is better for a deck that's like you know, an instant and sorcery or like that slowly accumulating value. Like I think this deck plays its threats. It doesn't need to dig for any, or it doesn't need the double value because we're a
Mhm.
green deck that's playing all the draw cards.
Yeah,
So like, I
right.
think we're fine in that regard.
And I love Palace
Like,
Siege and Phyrexian Wreck in this kind of deck because, like, okay, you had to deal with these creatures. Cool, we're gonna keep getting them back.
I agree.
Maybe Archfiend is too much. I don't know.
No, no, I think
Oh,
he's
he's
right.
so good.
They can't gain life is like the most important part about that card. Like if we're like dealing damage and things like that, I'm still wondering if this is just too cute. I don't know. It feels kind of good. I don't know.
Because the thing is, remember, it's even our enchantments too. That's the thing. It's not just creatures. It makes our sorceries at instant speed too.
It's plus fucking Seaborn Muse and that. Oh my god.
Yeah, I still think it's just worth it. Regal Behemoth might be my because I don't like
The Monarch.
the Monarch because that becomes you become attack fodder, and if you
You
don't
gotta
have
watch how many creatures we're cutting.
and you
By
get
the
yeah, and
way,
you have to watch out because you get that hit with that one flying creature, and then you lose it, and now it's just
do you think we
annoying.
should keep this also? Do you think this is fine? I think so.
I think we
I
do
know
care about
Torment is a
life.
million times better, but like this is just a great
Okay,
deck
quick
spell.
question. So what do we get with Tooth and Nail that wins us the game?
Avenger and Crater of Behemoth.
True.
That's a one shot. Or like no, there's a lot of great options. Nyx Bloom Ancient. Here's my favorite, Derek. Nyx Bloom Ancient and Eternal Witness to get back Tooth and Nail.
There you go.
That's what I do in Tatiova. I'll go get Nyx Bloom Ancient, Eternal Witness, get back Tooth and Nail, cast it again. There's a lot of good options.
So we Tooth and Nail to get Zakama and Eternal Witness to get it back, untap all our lands. To cast it again. Oh, Zakama. Yo, if we had Witherbloom guy, we could get Witherbloom and Eternal Witness and pay the mana to untap all of our lands and do it again.
And then we get Glasspool Mimic to copy the Witherbloom. No.
Then we get Sakashima.
Yeah, Sakashima, yeah. That's the best way to do it. Svella, this card's really great. I think we just have some good threats here. Like, honestly.
We also have a lot of sorceries too.
Yeah, it's just the way that the ramp ended up being.
Hmm.
Like, I don't want to cut any of the 3-mana ramp or anything.
Oh, you know, I
think
forgot because 3 of those sorceries are also technically lands, so we can't count them as sorceries.
yeah, this.
And the Balaged Recovery and the Agadeem's
the
Awakening.
Yeah.
Those are lands.
Mhm.
All right, maybe we don't.
This is great.
Yeah.
This is too cute.
It's a no cost mana sink. We just put whatever we need to into it. I don't think we'll
I
ever
think
get to the 100, but then again, we totally could. But okay, let's think about Helix Pinnacle. Really, if there's any type of global bounce, any work that we put into it gets lost. So if we get hit with like a Cyclonic Rift,
or they just kill it.
well, it has Shroud,
Right.
but
Or like because
destroy
we're
all
not interacting
enchantments.
well. Like we're not even play heroic intervention or anything. We can't really protect this.
So, and the thing is, like, are we going to get to a point where we're going to actually put 300 mana, 100 mana into Helix Pinnacle over the course of turns, or do we want to play? Because the thing is, we don't play a lot off our turn. Like,
Yeah, he says with the infinite mana it's a good sink, but also you don't need to care because if your commander's making infinite mana, your opponents just die.
yeah, you just okay, cool. I'm going to end the turn because I'm pretty sure they're not going to have something to cast. And here, yeah,
Exactly. So like they just lose to the fact that your commander's out. Uh or like you just have to have a finale. Like I'd rather use finale than Helix Pinnacle, but
yeah, or
I know that
Exsanguinate, or you
I know
go.
that it's not the same. I know it's not the same.
You know what? Oof. Like if you have infinite mana and you have like demonic revelations, you just get what you need. I think yeah, I think Helix Pinnacle is cute. And it's also a big game for your upkeep thing. So that's the thing is you have to get the mana in.
Like I know these are harder to use. Like we don't have just like a colorless mana sink. But I don't know, man.
But we're using it more as just like you said, as a ramp source, less than like okay, we have to mana
Would
sink
we
everything.
rather it just be like a walking ballista or something else?
Well, we're making cuts, so I don't really want to try adding anything else in.
Okay. So that we have 2 more spots. I know it's funny, but like trying to make space for the deck, like, oh, just hit the 1,000 mark, nailed it. Where's all that money? Yeah, it's coming from the lands.
Or creatures,
Oh, the
actually.
creatures too. Well, yeah, because stuff like this is just so expensive now.
Mm.
I still think Shieldred's good.
You know the
And the
funny thing too.
Playcracker and the Demon's Disciple's good
You know why I
also.
let like Valis in this list is because we could choose not to spend the mana.
Yeah,
So
just
we
draw a
could
card.
we use
That's what I told Drew. I bought this for Drew and gave it to him for his birthday because I was like, this seems dumb in your deck because it's like, especially in the group hug variant where you're making too much mana for yourself, you just decline, let the mana go away, and just draw like 7 cards. This card seems silly in there. Like, actually silly.
again Shieldred just seems so good in a creature based deck. Savala just seems a great. We have big creatures, so she goes off a bunch.
And I like just having the 2 everybody sacks because these are fucking annoying. I won a game last Friday because of these. Like I got around a sort of feast and famine, and I just played a playcrafter, reanimated it, killed all their commanders, had a cabal coffers, and won with Vilas. It was quite a game. Uh, yeah, I don't know. All these are too good.
So this is what always happens when we get the build deck. It's like, man, I like. Can we just play it
Especially with
102
green in the deck.
with
Like it's
what?
hard. With green in the deck, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like maybe we cut one of these because we're very low on basics. Like maybe we don't need to play cultivate and Kodamas.
Okay, I like that still. Cause do
Yeah,
we still have
'cause
Harrow, don't
I
we?
want to keep the. No, I cut Harrow.
Okay.
But we still have the other one. We have 3 visits. We have that because we also have Thought Vessel, Soul
So
Ring,
we have four
uh,
two drop.
Arcane
We have 5, 6,
Birds, Bloom
7, 8,
Tender,
9. We basically
Thief.
we have 10 2 mana and sorry 11 2 mana and less ramp spells early on. So I
Yeah,
think we're fine.
we're good. Yeah, we're fine. Because the concept is to just get to a Nyx Bloom, a Zendikar, or a Mana
So
Reflection.
not gonna lie, Tom, I think out of all of our creatures, Grave Titan is the worst.
Yeah, I
Like
just like.
he's great, but he's the worst. I think. Unless we don't need, I don't know, but we do we need 3 of the ETB sacks? Because but then we're not playing Merciless
No,
Executioner,
I
right?
don't think we have Fleshbag in here.
Oh,
Oh
we
no,
have
no, I do have
Fleshbang
Fleshbag.
because we have the
Oh
two.
yeah, then we could just cut one of
We'll
those.
just keep the 2. Okay.
Yeah, I think the 2 is fine. Because the demons and the playcrafter are the good ones.
Yeah, because they have other options, not just creatures. They can hit other stuff.
I really don't like cutting more creatures, but 26 is still enough to play green creature matters.
Hmm.
That's fine. I think as long as you're 25 and above of what you're doing, you're fine. So it's still big spells, like because I consider like Vilas is a big black deck. Like that's what the
Really,
tribal.
Tom?
Yeah, yeah,
Big, nice,
I'm
thick,
saying it.
big black deck. You ever see that?
Thick, juicy. No,
No, Tom. You ever see the? It's like this Australian guy talking about like deck seal it, and it's meant to be a parody, but it's like I love it when people come over and hang out with my dick. Even the neighbors love playing on my dick.
here. We'll give it the honorary mention though. Here. It'll go in the
They
oh,
go. You just gotta go into yeah. The thing is, when we're looking at it, like if you have infinite mana, you win. In most instances,
like I get it's a mana sink, and that might be important.
but
And
here,
like playing the commander, this is a weird commander, so we're gonna have to see how relevant that ability is because it might be worth it to cut just some of these like good creatures to play like Walking Ballista and Helix Pinnacle if it's that important. Because I can see a situation where you have like a Nyx Bloom Ancient and like you're making so much mana that you're accidentally killing yourself. But as long as you're like generating enough value, which this deck is, like it seems like it's going to generate enough value. Like we're playing all the dumb green spells. What's the plan if someone uses infinite mana we generate? Then they're just fucking lucky. Like, the only X spells... Okay, first off, if they have it in play, don't give them the infinite mana. That's just stupid. It's just playing stupid. And, like, if you see a Thrasios out, don't fucking give them infinite mana. That's just wrong. And then if you do see it out, just make sure you have a way to kill it first or whatever. But
Well, keep in mind, Thrasios,
also,
you need
it's not
4.
giving blue, so there's not a lot of instant speed draw spells, like, outside of blue, that they're gonna be able to use something with that mana. Like, they might have, like, a Chord of Calling or, like, something that taps for X, but that's usually gonna get one thing or something. Like, if they have the ability to cast at instant speed or something, you just have to be wary of it. Like, don't play into them being able to get value off the infinite mana. Like, you're gonna know. Like, it's gonna be obvious. Like, just be careful.
And
Like,
and the thing is, most decks that will have interaction are going to keep their interaction up regardless about besides the mana that you give them, because they can't play around the fact that, okay, they're going to activate this during a turn where it's pertinent to me, so I still have to keep my mana open, because what if they activate it and I have nothing to use it on, and then they pass turn? Like if you're playing interaction, you keep your mana open to use
like
it.
I'm saying, there's nothing I could think of that's gonna punish you that's not like a blue draw spell that, like, also, like, it wouldn't even matter if they have no way to win. Like, I don't really see a situation where them generating mana with something that's not in play that you'll see, that if you're just paying attention, it's not gonna matter. Like, I don't see a situation where them generating that much value on your turn is gonna matter. Like, if you're playing against the Seaborn Muse player, then just don't do the combo. Just stay away from it until the problem gets dealt with. Like, you have to just be weary of it. Don't play the combo into a situation where you know that that's possible to happen, because this deck is not protecting itself at all. This deck is winning by generating so much value that it's hard to come back from it.
Because
Like, it's hard for people to beat it because we're not playing Heroic Intervention. We're not playing any of the, like, mass black reanimation. Like, Rise of the Dark Realms would
well,
be kind of cute,
Agadeem's
but
Awakening is kind of.
yeah. Yeah, but Agadeem's Awakening is, like, a lot of mana to do it. But it's kind of like Rise of the Dark Realms might not be the worst thing in the world. But what's the
We also have
but
we
what's the
also
ultimatum that we have in this color?
oh that's the Jund Ultimatum, because that was the set that came out too. Was it Destructive?
Not cruel.
No,
Violent?
there it is. Destroy 3 target permanents
Garbage.
as a sorcerer.
Garbage.
Yeah, not great. I'd
Garbage.
rather play the Rhino. Oh no, the Rhino, the Triceratops.
Oh yeah, Terrassenon.
More like
Also,
Taras the
what you
mom.
can easily what's like also like this can get a million times more degenerate. I already explained, like, Temur Sabertooth is really disgusting. Uh there's also, like, there's actually ways with, like, giving your creatures flash while giving your shit haste and then being able to abuse Temur Sabertooth.
So how this deck is built right now, it's so kind of like how we did with like the Damia deck and whatnot, is like there's just a good power in the deck, and your commander is an enabler to get the power cards going, while also having some minor combos that work with it. It's not devoted to your commander, which sometimes when you devote too hard to your commander, if you don't get the go off, then the rest of your deck just kind of fiddles around. So if you have a deck that can still play off of not having your commander in play, and just like gain the benefits of what the deck itself does, that's kind of where me and Tom talk about, where like decks where they're just good value, and we early game we ramp, we get set up, and then after that, like, look, like, okay, we play a Rune Scar Demon one turn and we get something crazy. Then we play like a Great Henge or a double mana thing. It's like, okay, that has to get dealt with. Okay, you
And
dealt with it.
like, yeah, no brainer, Great Henge is a good card, but, like, it's just those simple little, like, additions that, like, really make the train start going. And, like, yes, green is very powerful right now, and it could carry a lot of strategies throughout, like, even the weirdest of commanders. Because, like I said, this is a weird commander. Like, the mana that it generates is strange, but it's still good. It's not bad. So we'll see how it ends up working out. So we'll